between Cobra and Spectredawn race to 17. VP4TV welcomes you to this live stream. 9 Bold.com and Super Admin will be your commentary team. Like and subscribe.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
When things look bad, it looks like you're not gonna make it, and you gotta get mean. I mean plumb mad dog mean. Because if you lose your head and you give up, then you neither live nor win. That's just the way it is.
The trouble with Scotland is that it's full of Scots.
What we've got here is failure to communicate. Some men you just can't reach.
We don't make mistakes here. We just have happy accidents.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to VP4TV. Welcome to Coldest Pillow. Welcome to Spud Boy and anybody else that's out there. Welcome to Slim. And we have the big one tonight. Round 3 match, I think it is, between Cobra, the multiple VP4 champion, or one of them, and the one guy who hasn't won one yet, and that's Spectredawn. Is he going to be stepping up to the plate tonight and take out, or at least send one of the favourites to the one-loss side? Well, that's going to unfold in the next couple of hours. We've got about 3 minutes to go. Let me just bring up the bracket. See if anything's changed in the schedule. No, it's exactly the same. So we've got this match tonight, and for the time being, we have Vinces against Interchange X next Sunday afternoon at 2. So, having a look at the winner's side, we'll go from top to bottom. We have Mr. Fox lined up with Bullabog. That's Paul in round 4. And then further down, we have Albinario, who is lying in wait for the winner of this match. It's either going to be Cobra or Spectredawn. And the loser of this match, if we look at the bracket, moves over to play Christian. And there'll be strong favourite to take out Christian. And in which case, the loser of this match, provided they do come through against Christian, is going to be playing Bill on the one-loss side. So everything gets tough now. It ramps up. The cream of the crop are going to survive, and them that aren't quite good enough are going to be heading over to that one-loss side. If we go further down, we have Stubb, who obviously came through against Tommy, and Stubb is now playing Acero. That'll probably be a late-at-night match, which I won't be able to get, so hopefully Slim's fit and healthy and he can cover that, or maybe if Slim isn't around, maybe Steve can get it so I can see it. Then we have the Vinces match with Interchange X, and that is it. Now I can't read the chat because I'm on this white background. Welcome to Paul. Welcome to VP Monster. Well, I'm looking at the bracket K. Just in case, see, you're not the only viewers. I might have new viewers to VP4. I'm not catering for you guys. I'm catering for anybody who stumbles across the stream and just filling them in what we're up to. Now, what was I going to do? I was going to tab out. That's what I was going to do, just to annoy VP Monster and check and see if Steve's there on Discord.
Tonight, we have a round 3 match between Cobra and Spectredawn Race to 17. VP4TV welcomes you to this live stream. 9ball.com and Super Admin will be your commentary team. Like and subscribe.
And run out Rob. Good evening. Welcome back to Steve, and welcome to Run Out Rob if he's there. He's in the commentary booth. There's nobody hearing me in there. Hang on a minute. Something's gone funny.
I
Hello?
hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Ah, that's good. I take it my voice is okay. I'm not on a weird voice.
Only weird thing is it's Scottish.
Right, that's fine.
Yep.
I've already got a bloody complaint in the audience. This VP Monster guy, he doesn't want me to tab out to look at the bracket.
What's wrong with looking at the bracket?
It annoys him. He doesn't like me tabbing out, and I told him I'm not looking at the bracket to cater for him. I'm looking at the bracket in case somebody else is looking at the stream who might not have watched a VP4 stream before. So you know what you can do if you don't like it. Go forth and multiply, as they say. Right, anyway, let's hope we have a good match. Whether it's going to top last night's match, I don't know in terms of drama at the end. Steve thinks that Cobra might be that bit further in front, maybe to prevent any drama, but you never know. Anything can go. I think you've already called your winner anyway, Steve. So I think they've probably started.
I said Cobra's the favorite. I didn't say he was going to win, but there's a difference. I didn't make a prediction. I just said he was the favorite.
That's a little, just a bit to cover your back there. Sort out that break box thing with Steve. No, Steve knows about it. That's added to his list of things. He spotted it himself last night.
Oh, that's already fixed.
It's already fixed. There you go.
Same thing with the matches, although only the past matches are actually available now. Cause I gotta update the client and server to do the other stuff. But yeah, the past matches on the website works.
Now I'm asking a silly question here. I presume Spectredawn's in the lobby. Could I never look to see who was there and who wasn't there? Let's have a look. Oh, there he is. He's in.
Yeah, he's in the lobby or a room.
I think he's in a room
no,
still.
He's in a lobby. He's in a lobby.
So he's getting ready to come in. He'll have had his alarm call.
Well, I've got my pizza.
Yeah. I've already ate mine. So we've got Cobra on the right-hand side. I think everybody's predicting Cobra's winning. Oh, somebody predicted 17-14 to Spectre.
Slim is saying that the safeties in kicking games improved. We'll see. I haven't seen that much evidence of it. I mean, I've noticed it's improved a little, but it went from pretty darn bad to mediocre. Not that Cobra's a expert in those either, but I think he's got an advantage.
Welcome to Semi-Pro.
Yeah, I'd give him about equal on potting and moving the cue ball. But we'll see what happens. That's why we play him. Well, that right off the bat wasn't particularly good. Not sure what happened there. That looks like early match nerves.
Well, this needs to get covered. I don't think it has.
Well, it wasn't a bad idea. Didn't get there, but it was a pretty good idea.
This is going to bump the 6. I think he might be okay.
Oh, he did is okay. He's going to have to deal with the 5 ball now. I don't know if he can get to it off this 3 or not. I think he can go forward and come back into it. I don't think he can back up into it.
Evening to Popman. Oh, he doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to do that.
It was the right idea and the wrong execution. I always give credit for the right idea, but unfortunately, the game doesn't give you any credit for the wrong execution. And that's a pretty good play there.
Well, what he doesn't want to do here, Spectredawn, is bang at something and nudge open that 6 bolt. He doesn't want to do that.
Now, the play Cobra just made was a pretty easy play if you recognize it. You know, the fact that you recognize it already gets kudo points.
So that leaves Cobra with what to do to deal with this 6 ball, and with the 5 ball being adjacent.
Well, the 6 goes, so, you know, I mean, and he's got enough room there. I think he can just kind of back that up an inch or two and be okay.
Well, it looks fine here. Yeah.
It's just a little touch shot, which, you know, Cobra's like the master to draw a touch shot. That's the strength of his game.
That'll do.
Yep,
now, is he going to brush through the 10 just to get onto the 7, or is he going to, I think he might.
He's going to go on the other side of it. He'll come off the end rail and come straight up past the 10.
Oh, he's got the angle's going away from the 10.
Yeah, he could go to the other side if he wants to. You know, he can go to either side of the 7. He decides just to play it on the side, which is probably the smartest choice. Doesn't have to move the cue ball so much.
Well, you need to perfect that little stun draw just a half, a quarter Q-tip below the equator, and just hit it a wee bit harder. Well, there's a mistake. He got into that area. I didn't say it, but he got into that area, because I know if I'd said it, Steve would have said, "Oh, this is no problem." There you go, Spectredawn.
It's not a shot that you expect him to miss.
You definitely don't.
That's one of those shots Steve talks about the visual on that can mess you up.
Rob sounds as if he's sitting in the bathroom. I don't know how you can hear him, Steve.
He might be.
No, I'm not.
Anyway, welcome. So that's a bad one from Cobra. And that's goes down in the error count there.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised it got that funny on the 8, and then I was surprised he missed it. That was really, you know, 2 mistakes in a row. Bad position on the 8, and then bad shot that he should have made.
7 ball goes in. Well, this is thin cut in the 1, run up and down. Loads of room. You just check to see how far it's off the rail, but there's no way on earth they can't be on the 2 ball.
There is. If you run into the 8 ball, all kinds of bad things could happen.
You just play this with a little tweak, and you'll avoid.
Well, I understand that, but you're saying there's no way, and I'm saying there's always a way.
No, you mean you might not pot the 1 in the first place like that? Yeah. Wasn't easy at that distance.
That better, Hugh?
That's much better, Rob. That is much better.
You may play safe here.
Somehow the setting in my Discord wasn't picking up my headset.
If you're not going to play safe here, you got to play to run into the 2 ball. That's your choice. Because getting back up there is going to be pretty difficult. So I would either play safe or run into the 2 here.
Well, the 1 banks.
You could bank the 1. I mean, that's another possibility.
He hasn't called it, though. I think, is Cobra not a few months younger than me, or a few months older than me, or something? Yeah, well, I think that's right.
That was not a wonderful save.
Well, this is where Spectredawn can really capitalise here. I mean, loads of room once he pots the 2 to get to the 3. I can't see how he won't be out this time.
We'll see how good his new eyes really are.
Well, they're pretty good if you've been watching some of the Friday Night 9 Ball. He's put it this way, he's not getting any loss. Where's the cue ball going? Oh, welcome to Fast Steady.
If that was a safe Cobra was going to play, I would have said shoot at the 1. I think he would have had to come up with a better safety play because that was a very difficult safe. You're better off just shooting at the 1 and taking a chance with a bump on the 2 than shooting the safety he played. That was super difficult. And he's going to end up paying for it because Spectredawn's going to run out. It's going to be 2-0.
Yeah, two mistakes and 2-0.
This is the strength of Spectredawn's game. I mean, he runs out very well. When he has he's what I call really good at area position, which is kind of what a game like 9-ball or 10-ball requires, and he's very good at it. I think when he gets the kind of precision movement racks, he's not quite as good. But on these racks where he can, move the cue ball around to an area, he's going to run out almost every time. Well, that's not to say he won't run out those ones that are more congested.
It's going to be interesting when Spectredawn makes a mistake, whether Cobra's going to be able to respond. You'd expect him to.
These kind of things are all shades of gray. I mean, anybody that plays at this level is going to be able to run out a lot of different kinds of table. I just don't think that precision movement is Spectredawn's strength. That's like Albin's strength.
Well, I hope Bill and who was it was playing last night? Bill and Matt. I hope neither of them watched that 9-ball there, because that was exactly the same 9-ball that the two of them missed last night. That cut down off the rail there by Spectredawn.
That was like a bad dream there.
So 6-ball top left. Cue ball in the middle of the table, 1 ball. Now this is one of these cuts that Spectredawn's pretty good at. Let's see if Cobra can redeem himself here.
Yeah, this is a shot that, everybody should be good at, and if they're not, they should practice it. I mean, this is one of the shots that I need to practice. I'm not particularly good at VP, but I'm pretty darn good at it in real life. You play straight pull, this shot comes up all the time.
Well, I don't think this is a definite he's going to be decent in this too. He's got to avoid traffic.
Oh, yeah. That's like automatic almost.
Excellent shot.
He had a natural line to come there. And he was smart enough to hit it at, a speed.
A good pace in case he bumped to 9.
Well, yeah, if he hits that easy, bad things can happen. He does a lot of little stuff like that well. I mean, this guy could be winning these world championships. He's just got to improve parts of his game. Slim says they're getting better, so I believe him. I'm sure they are. Question is, are they getting better enough to win this tournament yet? And I guess we're going to find that out. I mean, if he gets through this match, who's he have to play? Albin next?
Yeah. So it's not good news.
Well, I mean, you're going to have to play the guy eventually. So, I mean, I think he plays good enough he could beat Albin.
Oh, yeah. No doubt he can beat Albie. And, it's the thing is about these big tournaments, it's stringing results like that together at this stage in the tournament. You're up against Cobra tonight. You know that you're not expecting an easy path next match because you know who you're playing. You've just got to step up to the plate, take them out on the night.
Well, he's gotten himself funny here.
Straight, yeah.
If this was me, I might go forward with this.
Well, that's what
it looks like he's doing.
You won't need to watch the neck there. A little bit of spin, that does the trick.
Yeah, he cinched that a little. He didn't want to hit it too hard, and You know, that's fine in that situation. I mean, you know, this isn't a shot he's gonna miss.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I was on. I went online to my website to check how the pick went today, and I saw there was a technical error at the top of the screen. I seen there was problems, so the system went down. So orders were cancelled. Well, that's what happens when you work with computers. System goes down, you've got no backup.
He's playing this with check, which is, you know, most players in real life are going to drag that with right English and go around the corner, and with that angle probably come below the side pocket.
Yep.
He just decided to play it that way, which, you know, it worked.
Well, now Spectredawn's trying to defend that lead.
You know, there's not always just one way to play a shot. When I say somebody played the wrong shot, ouch, that hurts. One thing I've noticed about that, I did that yesterday, is that if you're going to play that kind of cut break from the side, if you get the cue ball to hop, that's when it wants to go forward. So if you're going to play that much cut on the rack from the side there, you can't afford to have the ball hop, because that's what I noticed, is that if it hops, that's when it goes in the side pocket. I'm sorry, the corner pocket.
Can I tell you something, Slim? One day our system went down. The PC, there was an issue with the PC in .com, and it is Windows 7 that they're on the system in our store. It definitely is Windows 7. That's what I said to them. I said, look, this is a piece of crap now. Why we not get something more up to date?
Well, Paul, very few players would play that shot that way. You know, just because check's always going to be a little trickier. I mean, good players can hit that shot. I mean, I play from the inside of the cue ball a lot, but that sort of situation isn't one where you'd see a pro hit the shot that way.
That 5 doesn't go up the table, so he's going to have to work this cue ball here.
He's got to get by around the 10. He wants to go around the back of the 10. He did not.
Yeah.
Oh, he did. That was close, but he got by it. Well, you can't really check the ball. I mean, you can play with inside. It's not going to check the same way, but I see the Filipinos. They'll go forward. They'll use inside and go forward around the table. I mean, just, you know, it depends on the player too. I watched Manalo play a race to 11 against Oscar Dominguez, and Manalo beat him 11-4. It's funny because my friend is like, oh, I think Oscar can beat him. And I said, no, Oscar's not going to beat him. I said, so my friend backs him. It was a cheap race. My friend backs him. I think they played for a couple hundred. And I told him before the match, I go, I predict the score is going to be 11-4. If Oscar plays really well, maybe 11-6. It was 11-4. And I think in the whole match, Manalo only hit 2 balls from the inside of the cue ball. You know, he didn't go there much at all.
Well,
I don't know. I mean, I play from the inside a lot, and I'm playing with a cue that's got a lot of deflection.
All square again. And that was stolen off Spectredawn there, so Cobra breaking.
You know, check is, you know, when you start saying check, that sort of implies you're slowing the cue ball down, which you can do from the outside of the cue ball too, just depending on how you're going into the cushion. I mean, check would typically be more used for a term that you're going against the grain of where the cue ball is going in the rail, and that could be from the outside or the inside of the cue ball.
Now, is he trying to stun past the 6? Because this is touchy if he's doing that.
I'd be playing safe here all day.
And I was thinking the same thing,
that
Steve.
was just really a poor safety. I mean, that was not a hard safe. I think the thing about that shot is it's very sensitive to line. I mean, you get a little bit too far to the right on that, and you could scratch. I mean, and I think he was aware of that, and you know, maybe a little afraid of it. But in that particular situation, how far he was from the one ball and the way those balls were sitting, that was not particularly difficult to get the right line.
Well, 4's blocking the 2. He's not going to try something crazy, is he?
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, I think most players stay away from inside, but there's times it comes up where, you know, that's the shot you got to hit.
He's looking at it. It's on the 50-yard line. He's trying to cut this on the other side.
Yeah.
And he's got it. And he's hit the 3.
That's a pretty good shot.
And he's sweeting the 3. Look at that for a hit. There's a roll.
That was a pretty nice shot. Well, I mean, I think if he got into the 3 solid, there was a pretty good chance he was going to come out with something good, and he did. You know, if you watch Efren plays from the inside of the ball a lot.
Oh, right. Oh, he's got the bump. That could have went ugly quickly there.
You know, I think Dennis started sort of something. Dennis never played from the inside that much. Bustamante probably not either, but Efren did. Efren played a lot of shots from inside. I've watched Efren play a lot. If Efren was in the pool room, he was playing. If he was playing, I was watching. And he's been in my local pool room, California, in hard times. He'd been in there a lot. And I played in a lot of tournaments he played in too.
He's just going to have to probably draw back. You can draw back, but well, no, there's an angle there. There is an angle. He doesn't want to stun this hard to get there though, because this could go wrong. He is coming back.
I bet he drew a pretty good crowd whenever he played in a tournament there as well, didn't he, Steve?
He did. What he really drew was people just wanting to play him. I mean, Efren got so many one pocket games, you know, race to 3 for $200, and he's given up, you know, something like, you know, 12-6 or 12-7 to a guy that has absolutely no chance of beating him like that. Everybody just wanted to play him. So, I mean, he could make, you know, he could make 600 a night just getting 3 guys that wanted to hop up and lose money to him.
That's what I meant. You know, they see his name in the roster, so I'm gonna put myself in the tournament. I don't care how much it costs to get in, just to say I played Efren.
Oh, well, that's not the way to get to play him, because you may not draw him. The way to get to play him is just ask him to play some one pocket. You know, he'll play anybody. You know, I mean, he'll give you a spot. He'll play you and he'll beat you.
I'm just saying, you know, tournament players say,
look at that for a slug break.
Just at the chance to get to play him in a tournament, not one-on-one.
That was awful.
Yeah, well, I'd much rather play him one-on-one. I played him once. I gambled a little with him, but I played him once in a tournament. But I probably played in tournaments that he was in probably 20 times, and only ended up playing him once.
That's the first time I think we've seen that in the tournament, where the break's not got 4 balls to the rail. That break absolutely died.
That was a slug. I haven't seen one of those. Yeah, Efren loved to play chess. I mean, you know, him and Ramon Mastica. Do you know Ramon? Ramon Mastica's a cool guy. I mean, little Yoda-looking dude. He's a really cool guy. He's I played him once, went hill with him and lost. But he used to play a lot of Efren's money matches when Efren couldn't play. Really good instructor.
Let's have a look at the gap here. He's got the angle, but this is a tight little gap.
If you saw the list of guys I went hill with and lost, it's pretty impressive. I'm pretty good at losing hill.
He's He's now getting himself a wee bit fiddly here, because that 6 doesn't go. Now, is he going to be brave and have a little cut and a dig to bump this 6 and hope he gets lucky, or what's he going to do, run
he
for
shouldn't.
cover?
If I was him, I'd run for cover every time here. I mean, the safety's easy. There's no way I'd shoot this 5 ball, because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, he's digging in.
He's going to shoot it. So I don't like this decision.
See, that's the problem with it. You just don't know, but he's got a bank.
He could be snookered there. I mean, that was just that's not controllable. I mean, the safety was super easy. Knock the 5 around the corner and put the cue ball behind the 6-9. I mean, almost anybody could shoot that safety and be successful. You know, that's just, in my mind, that's just a really poor decision to shoot that.
So the call's been made.
Okay, even somebody like Efren probably wouldn't shoot that. And Efren is, you know, he's a master of bumping balls and playing difficult shots like that. If he's playing one pocket, he'd shoot it. And the reason why is because, you know, he'd figure, okay, I make this ball, I run out, I win the game. And in one pocket, you know, it's a little different strategy. In this game, you know, where you can only hit that ball, he would have played safe.
See, there's no way that Spectredawn's even contemplating giving this back to Cobra, because he knows that Cobra's going to have a go at the cut as well.
Oh no! Well, he doesn't have to cut this. He can play safe. I mean,
you know, that's the furthest thing from his mind. He's going all out for the cut.
Yeah,
and that's got to bounce, and that's well done.
I don't know that was a terrible decision. I mean, the safety wasn't that easy in that situation. It's not like the last one he had where it was a gimme.
Well, he's left it as awkward as he can. But he just needs to bump this high enough, and he's fine.
You know, one of our local bars here that has a big open tournament. They had Mike Massey here one time, and everybody was getting up to play. I don't think he lost a single game that he played anybody. I can't remember a shot that he missed.
I played in a points tournament. It's like you play 10 tables that are all exactly the same. 10 ball, and you know, you count shots. And I think after the first day, I was tied for third with Massey. And, you know, it was decent money. I think first place was like 3,000. And I had forgotten I'd committed to playing a golf tournament with the wife the next day. So now, normally I would just have blown her off because, you know, I got a chance to win $3,000. And but at that time there were some issues going on, so I ended up not playing. Cost me a lot of money. I mean, if I would have just stayed in third place, I think I would have got like 900 or 1,000. I ended up being last place money for $100 because I didn't show up.
Now, mind you,
I was tied with Mike after the first day.
Now, mind you, I'm talking about, you know, 7-foot bar tables, and you know, God, Mike is massive. Hell, ain't nothing he can't reach.
Well, I mean, you know, the whole bar table thing, it's a little bit different sort of thing, but it's still going to be the same thing. It's going to be tough. The thing about playing on bar tables, you just got to run out all the time.
And he did.
Yeah. Well, he's a good player.
Try and stick him in 2. And he's
without a doubt, he's a good player.
That's just froze to the 3, that cue ball. No, it hasn't. I thought that had just froze right in the 3.
Yeah, but that's pretty good. He does have an alley. I mean, if he would have got in just a little closer, then it would have been real trouble. You know, in this game, I don't know if it's me, but I have not been that successful freezing balls up. Now, I think it may be harder in the game because I haven't seen a lot of people that successful freezing balls. but it just could be nobody's good at it. I mean, I kind of look at it and just go, well, okay, does anybody do this well? I mean, a lot of things people say are really hard. You know, I watch Alvin do them. Alvin does them good, so I know it's possible. You go,
Well,
oh, well, it's Alvin. He's a freak. He's different. And I don't look at it that way because I've been through this in real life where, you know, at one point I thought a lot of people that I knew had more talent in their pinky finger than I had in their whole body. And what I found out later was a lot of it was just practice and knowledge. And when I see Alvin do stuff and I go, well, if he's doing it, then everybody else could do it. But the freezing balls up, that's something I haven't seen a whole lot of out of anybody. And this could be trouble. Let's see. Have a shot. I think he got by it. Yep. So I believe he'll try to roll and shoot this on the side. He's going to want to hit this with enough speed to bump the 7, make sure he doesn't get behind it.
no, he's going to jack up and try and stab this in and just hold the cue ball. That's what he's probably going to do.
I don't know why he'd do that. 4 balls partially covered by the 10 in that pocket.
Oh, he's rolling forward. And he has
Well,
got
he
out.
decided to go around the backside, which I like even better.
He's good. Now,
So you can stun this or you can roll this. I like stunning it. He looks like he's going to roll it. And that's really good. Yeah. He even overrolled it, but that's okay. You know, if you're going to make the mistake, make it on the correct side of
the right side. Yeah, he's perfect.
Yeah.
Just a little roll through, let it roll out. Well, he's gone to bedhead territory here. He's touched like a sledgehammer. That was actually pretty poor. You know, he could have. He's overhit that by about a foot.
It wasn't great speed, but you know, I don't expect him to miss this. I mean, you know, he runs out really well. This is what he needs. He needs to get ahead. He needs to get some confidence. I mean, Cobra's made a couple of plays that pretty questionable.
Well, it's going to be a 3-rack lead if he can get good in the 10, and that just applies that little bit more pressure in Cobra on his visits. Makes it more interesting. Spectredawn breaking, so if he gets good here, he could really start to ramp it up. I think he's dry. 2 balls eventually gone.
Well, Alex plays better one pocket than Shane does. I mean, Shane's good, but Alex plays better one pocket than Shane.
Trump and O'Sullivan are just starting their final session. I still don't know what the score is. It is 5-3, so O'Sullivan won 3 frames, so he gets a good start tonight. Could be an interesting finish to that match as well.
For that matter, Paul, Alex would be considered by many to be the best one pocket player in the world right now.
Oh, he needed to brush past that. But he's going to stick him on it.
Those two have some history. They were playing one day at Hard Times for, I think they were playing for 200 a game. And there was a big argument. And I believe Shane was in the wrong. There's an argument about something that happened on the table. I don't remember the details, but I remember that I think Shane was the guy that was in the wrong in that one.
Watch that 7. I think he's good.
Yeah. I'll tell you something. A lot of times when guys are playing good, and it's probably true on VP, I know it is in real life, that they'll kind of be pulling for the ball to run out into position. You know, it's that kind of speed where you're looking at it going, go, go, come on, run out, and it does. And when guys are playing good, it always does. It's kind of a weird thing, but when you get that kind of speed going, that can be deadly.
Paul says it was Scott Frost, not SVB. This argument you were talking about.
Oh no, I was there at the pool room. Oh, he's had arguments with Frost too. That's a different argument. That's a different argument. No, I was there at the pool room at Hard Times when him and Shane got into it. I didn't see what happened. I was on another table, but there was a lot of raised voices between the two. Somebody else told me what happened.
Well, 6-2.
But yeah, I mean, Frost got pretty. Oh no punching. Those guys aren't going to punch each other.
Well, first thing is Shane's backers there. There's not going to be a whole lot of punches thrown.
Well, Shane is playing on his own money. He's only playing for 200 a rack.
Push out coming, I would think.
Just saying, that big old wall dude that backs him, you know, he ain't gonna let nobody mess with Shane when he's there.
Well, I mean, Alex looks like a little girl. He don't want to get in a fight with anybody. He's about 5'1", 95 pounds. Oh yeah, Alex has been a big gambler for a long time.
Oh, he's thinking hard about this push out.
All the Filipinos are big gamblers. I mean, the name of Filipino that isn't a big gambler. I can name plenty of Germans, but not too many Filipinos. Yeah, well, I'll say that pool is the Filipino national sport, but probably more correct would be gambling is. I mean, Parika, for as much money as that dude won, he lost most of it at the horse races. I mean, if Parika won money, he was at the track the next day. You didn't have to ask where he was. You knew where he was going. Well, that's not a good safety. And the reason I say that is the cue ball is too close to the object ball. There's too many options on playing safe here. I mean, that's just no good. And this looks like it's going to be a worse move right here. Watch this. That's a terrible move. So we're getting a pretty much a class on what not to do from these two guys playing safe. Now you're going to see why this is a terrible move. He's going to thin this one ball, and he's got the Great Wall of China over there he can get behind. He doesn't want to try to go behind the 7. Too much chance of leaving it open, but he's got that 5-10-4. Everybody can play this safety.
Well, that's got to stay there. I think he's over hit it. Oh,
he got lucky. That's just not good speed. I mean, and that's one of those things where the guy that I've seen that's got the best speed in this game is Albin. His speed is fantastic. I've always had trouble with speed with VP, although I did a bunch of stuff with my mouse and my speed has gotten better. I did work on my mouse.
Spectredawn trying to jump. No, he tried the mouse a little swerve.
He went very wide on that. And that's one thing I think is a little tricky in this game, because in real life, when I shoot mass A's, I can go real close to the ball I'm trying to get around, and I have a harder time doing that in VP.
Me too.
Well, ball just wants to turn real quick.
She's tough, this opening yellow one ball.
Well, the worst thing about it is where the 6 ball's sitting. Yeah. You know, that makes this a dicey shot to shoot at, because you're going to hit the 6 here. No matter how you shoot this, unless you really dig into it, which is what he does. But see, that's not a good path.
He's okay.
And he gets lucky. Yeah, That was a tough ball to shoot at. And this is not a particularly good situation here either. Missing this 8 ball is going to be tough. Can it be done? Maybe. It's going to be close.
Well, I'm thinking where he might finish here. If he finishes, I mean, he could end up over by the 9 somewhere, and it's whether he can still get enough of the 4 if he's going there.
The problem with this is that, like, what I'd normally do is try to make sure I hit the 8 ball, but the trouble is it's hard to play position on the 4 doing that where everything is. So
It's uncontrollable, but you see a lot of people, if they know they're going to hit it, they'll hit this with just a whole ton of spin. So when they hit the 8, it spins off of it.
yeah, you mean they try to get lucky?
Well, that too. Yeah, a lot of that. That's a whole lot of it.
That's just because it's an uncontrolled shot at that point. And
again, I did say uncontrollable in the very first word I said.
Oh, she's tough.
This is tough, but the good news about it is the position's natural. You do have to watch out for the 9 ball. That's kind of the gotcha on this shot.
That's well done.
Yeah, he's got inside of it, so he's good. It looks like he's going to be out here, and that'll be 6-3. And this is a long match, so I might have to redo my estimate on this Cobra having an advantage, because he has not impressed me with the moves he's doing. Not the Spectredawn has, but at this point, I haven't seen anything better out of Cobra than I have out of Spectredawn.
Well, whatever way he's done it, he's done well so far to pot a couple of tough balls to stay at the table.
Oh, I didn't see that comment. I missed it. Sorry, guys. I don't know. The one that Coldest P says Paul's going to get banned for.
I missed it as well. I'm concentrating the table here.
And that was a lovely little draw shot.
No, so got to get out far enough. I can't believe he's going to roll the 9 in up top. I think he's going to get out for the 9 in the side.
Oh yeah, he's going to shoot the 9 in the side. There's no doubt. Little English will come out having a nice little lane. This is like no problem.
Well, he needed this to stem the tide here. YouTube. Is that what he said? You're walking a thin line there, Paul. Extremely thin line.
Yeah, I don't really know that that's true. I mean, they may have more deflection. I mean, because VP has got fairly low deflection on the cues.
Well, that's what Cobra wanted. A dry break from Spectredawn. But this is tricky again. I mean, he's going to come up table, isn't he? And he's going to risk running into something and blocking himself out here. Or can he play this soft enough and slow enough to get the pot and still hold the cue ball? That's what he's trying to do. But the cue ball's leaking away. He's going to be good though. I think I'm getting the sense that Cobra's now fully focused. Just a pity that wasn't the case at the start of the match. He's now finding he's having to dig himself out a hole here. Welcome to Spud Boy. Get shoveling.
This is the sort of rack that I would think he'll run out. But this is a little bit more precision movement. The balls are closer together. That's excellent there. So he's going to have to wham this one. But I mean, shouldn't really be a problem. going to go for the draw shot. And that's the kind of shot you'd shoot in real life, too, because it's easy to draw the ball when the cue ball's that close.
Now, is he ducking round the back here for the 6 on the side, or does the 6 go past the 8?
He should draw this back.
He's ducking round the back for the 6 on the side. See, commentator's eye never gets it wrong.
I'm a little surprised he did that. I mean, it's not a bad move. I mean, the 8 ball really wasn't blocking the pocket.
But, you know, going forward is a little easier to control than that draw. You could overdraw it real easy.
Going forward is easier.
Oh, dear.
But, you know, the side pocket shot's harder. Not that I would ever think he would miss that. But
I had a number of shots like that last night, and I never missed any, so I must be doing something right. I mean, that was a bad miss here by Cobra. Yeah.
Well, what he did was he traded a little harder shot for a little easier position, and there's nothing wrong with doing that, but you got to make the ball.
Well, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, that's going to hurt a lot.
Yep, he's giving the mistake back. That's going to really hurt.
Well, 2-rack swing again with that shot. At least Cobra's going to be breaking next rack.
Yeah, well, you know, there's a lot of time left, but the more Spectredawn gets up, the more good Spectredawn feels. Because he hasn't done particularly well in these world championships, but you get a good player that starts feeling good about things, and that kind of promotes good play. So, you know, Cobra could get in trouble in this match. Slim might have been right. It could be, he might have called it right. We'll see.
I think any of these guys that are playing at the top level could win these championships, barring they cut out the mistakes.
I think we'll add Stubb into that equation as well.
Well, I mean, I think it's more than just mistakes. It's playing the right way, because you know everybody's gonna have some execution mistakes, and obviously getting rid of those is good. But you know you get too many guys playing the wrong shots.
Well, he's going to be in trouble here in a second.
I agree with that as well, Steve.
And there's certain guys like, I've been watching Sergaresh a little more. His safety game is actually pretty good. And he runs out pretty good, but he makes some bad decisions sometimes, especially with what he's doing with the cue ball. And, that's the guy that if he could, I see more decision issues in it than anything else. Decision issues are easy to clear up. Execution issues, those are harder. Well, if he's going to go this way, if he's going to go the 2-rail way, he needs to hit that with some speed. He probably needs to hit this with speed too, because there's no good places here. So I'd actually be trying to hit the 1 solid and go off the end rail, long rail, and take the 1 up table. Yeah, see that? There's a bad decision, because that's a tough shot to make. And if he makes it, there's a good chance he's going to scratch. What he should do there is kick the same way into the 1 ball, try to hit it solid so the cue ball kind of drifts down to the end rail and the 1 ball goes up table. He tries a very low percentage shot and ends up giving up ball in hand.
Yeah, I like the 2-rail when you was talking about a minute ago, kicking it, solid 2 rails in behind the 7.
It was another option. I mean, there were lots of things to do that were better than what he did. What he did was probably the worst choice of everything.
Who did I play last night? By the way, where is it you're from again, Rob? Interchange X wants to know. He says you're from Kentucky.
I'm in North Louisiana.
Who's Jover?
I'm a long way from Kentucky.
Yeah, that's not close to Kentucky. That's as far from
Oh,
Kentucky as I
Pectus.
am.
He did okay, but he didn't do okay enough to beat me.
I'm just about as far north in Louisiana, Slim, as you can go.
Yeah, so what's above you? Is that Missouri? Or what's straight above you?
Arkansas.
Arkansas, okay.
Do you think you're going to be fit next week, Tam? Because once I know that that you're good to go, then I can set the team. Coldest Pillow's willing to sit in again next week if you don't think you're going to be able to play. Swampland.
Yeah, I lived 6 miles from the Arkansas line for most of my life, Steve.
Well, in that case, then, Tam, you're in the team. So, 3 rack deficit now.
Well, you got to coach him some. You.
Oh, Tam's beyond coaching at 9 ball.
No, I mean, you got to be a coach. Tell him to stay off those adult sites that's messing his wrist up.
Yeah, well, that and all, yeah.
No, Pop Man. Not a lot of swamps where I'm at. More creeks and lakes.
I hope that hasn't interfered with you.
He's not in the bayou. He's not Cajun.
I hope that hasn't interfered
I am,
with
but
your
I don't live
Chinese,
there.
Tam.
Oh, you are Cajun. Okay.
Yes, sir, Steve. My mother is full-blood Cajun.
Wow. That's cool.
Well, here we go.
There's a Cajun blues guy that I really like. His name's Tab Benoit.
But I haven't lived.
Was that going at a 3 ball? I didn't think it went.
I haven't lived in Cajun country for most of my life. Now I moved from there when I was a small child. My dad is from North Louisiana.
Yeah, and that's a lovely little. See how low he went on that cue ball there? That's how you do that little soft draw shot and get it to grab right away. You got to go real low on the cue ball.
Is he straight on this? Not quite straight.
Yeah, he's going to go forward. You could hold this, but he's like, why take the chance?
I'd have to look at it, Pot Man, to see. Probably was.
So this matches looks like it's going to tighten up here because this sure looks like it's going to be a 7-5 game, and with Cobra breaking.
Well, you've just jinxed him straight away there, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see him messing this up. I mean, this is a shot right here. If he gets a shot on the 5 ball, he's out. Yeah, and he's out.
Scottish and American whites like peonies a lot.
Well,
what's a peony?
From a Filipino. From where I'm from, I'm from Los Angeles, so there were tons of Filipinos. I had a lot of Filipino friends because it's a huge segment of the population of Los Angeles. There's not tons of them where I am now.
Most of the slave labor will be Filipinos and Mexicans where Steve is.
The Filipinos. The Filipinos I knew were kind of in 2 places. One were what would be considered fairly well-off Filipinos that came to the U.S. and went to college here and had good
drug
jobs.
dealers?
No.
They were all Filipinos.
They were white-collar workers, and then most of the other Filipinos I knew were from the pool room.
Well,
and most of the pool players were not, from wealthy backgrounds.
This is he's going to hold the cue ball, but it's the stun that will do it. And you've got to watch the stun. He easily pinch this left or right. No, he's not. He's chickening out. Yeah, and now he's a wee bit funny. Well, he's got to get into this.
Well, he can play it off at 10 if he wants.
Oh, and that's what happens. You know, that isn't a gimme. And that's another one leaking away now. Let's go back a couple of minutes to where Steve said he's out.
Well,
you jinx him.
That's another one of those shots I think guys should practice because, like when I practice pool in real life, I shoot a lot of shots like that. You know, big shots with a lot of drawn English and stuff. And the reason why, it's a little different reason in real life. The reason why you do it in real life is to develop stroke. You know, you got to have a big stroke, and the only way you develop big stroke is by hitting those kind of shots. So he's fine. But you know, I mean, even though you get the stroke of God in VP, you still have to get used to hitting a cue ball like that, where you're putting English and draw on it, and how much deflection you're going to get. And, you know, I think guys have trouble with that shot because they don't practice it.
Yeah, you on a real table and playing, you can't go change your rotating skew and your DPI.
Now, you see, this shot here, I would have one look, possibly a second look, and I'd play it. I wouldn't be looking at it 3 and 4 times. That gets you nowhere as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I mean,
he's
at it again. Potting balls. I think he's trying to figure out which direction to cut it. I think he should cut it to the right, which is now what he's going to do.
And then it goes.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he took so long to do it either, but once he decided what he was doing, he certainly seemed like he got up and hit it pretty quick.
So 8-4.
And that's a pretty sporty little shot right there.
And 9 ball goes in, 4 ball goes in. No, it doesn't, and it's a blocker, so it's a long combo.
Yeah, now this is the kind of shot that I don't like. I hate this kind of shot. I mean, it's not what I would call particularly hard, but it's a combo, so any combo is always liable to be missed. He's not going to hit this real hard because he wants the 1 ball to stay.
6-3 to Crump. Well done.
That's about perfect. So, you know, here's another rack that he should be out on. You know, Cobra has not played his best yet today. He's looked a little shaky and not really quite sure why, but just maybe one of those days so far.
Welcome to Blind Hog.
Player, you always hope that, you know, things aren't going well, that you get it going well. The thing about Cobra is his pace doesn't really change, and he's good under pressure. I mean, we've seen him under pressure before. He's just made a lot of mistakes today.
Well, Mark, was you watching Mary Poppins again this afternoon?
That is really well done there.
That was what was on the TV when I went to get my dinner.
He's a teeny bit funny here. He's going to have to wham this probably. He's going to shoot it in the side anyways. I mean, I would wham it and shoot it in the side every time on this shot. Key to this is not get too low with the tip. Now he's going to draw this. I think he thinks he's going to draw back past the 6 and shoot the 6 in the corner, which is fine.
Probably in the side now. I think.
He drew it all the way back. And yeah, that shot's a little scary in real life. Not that you would never shoot it, but I would have whammed it and taken it to the side rail.
Are you just going to roll soft, or is he going to go bottom
rail?
No,
he's going to the bottom rail.
Right, so
right now, if you're Cobra, you're wondering how you're 8-4 behind.
Well, I know the one thing I'm doing here. I'm going top rail and spinning it and getting around. Right, is he going to leave a cut in this 8 ball and come back out for the 10? You can hit it soft.
I think he's probably going to
Well,
come
he had
out.
the
But,
angle to come back. Yeah, I thought he
yeah.
had the wrong angle. He's fine, so all's good.
So I know a lot of VPers are going to dink this and shoot the 10 up table.
Yeah,
That's what he's going to do.
playing it ultra cautious. Doesn't want to risk the scratch to the side or anything daft like that happening. So the break.
2 to 1. When you 2 to 1 down, you got to be real careful so you don't mess up and give them more than 2 to 1.
Yeah, Spectre's just got to mind what he's doing and keep him at arm's length at the moment. Cue ball, and that's not the start you want. Apart from the fact it was a good break.
I think he did that earlier too. Same thing, that little hop, and the cue ball goes right in the corner. He needs to change his breakup because
He did do the same thing earlier, Steve.
he's gonna continue to have that problem. He's breaking the same way. And see, right now he's confused because he doesn't understand why that went forward. Because a lot of times he's playing the same break and it doesn't, and it all has to do with the hop. If you're gonna play the ball at that angle, you can't get that hop.
I do that break sometimes in 9-ball in real life, and it hops in the middle of the table and then curves and goes in the side. How many times have you seen that one, Steve?
You've gone really
how many
quiet,
times
Rob.
have I scratched on the side? Well, if it's across the top, I don't do that too much anymore because that's the scratch you don't want, is across the top. If it comes back in a pocket on the side you're breaking from, that's not great. But it's quite a bit less likely to happen. Now there is a break, and I've seen Shane play this break on purpose, where he goes across the top and brings the cue ball above the side pocket, and that's a pretty cool break. But that's a little tricky because you don't hit it good, you're right into the side pocket. Because that's a mistake people make, is they go across the top and go on the other side pocket.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people do that.
I don't do that much because you know, that's the one you learn not to do because it's real easy to do that.
Has your mic been moved, Rob? You've gone quiet.
Not that I know of.
Yeah, you've suddenly gone quiet to me.
Watch out. Okay, he kept it nice and high. And he's ended up on the 50-yard line. That's not particularly good. I think he'll cut this to the left.
I think I saw Larry in the chat there. The chat's disappeared on the screen.
Now, if you wanted to, you could play safe here. I mean, you could send a cue ball behind the 7 pretty easily. He's not going to do that, and he's not going to cut it left. He's going right.
I haven't changed anything, Hugh.
Yeah, you've got. Do you think Rob's gone quiet, Steve?
Maybe a touch quieter. His
Yeah,
mic
he's
might have
definitely
got moved a little.
much quieter to me. I don't know what's happened. Oh, the kick in and the 4-ball. And the spin out the back of the 5 or the bump. That'll come in handy.
Yep, so it looks like it's going to be 9-5. You maintain a 4-game lead.
I thought you'd have burst into song there, Steve. Give us a bit of Dolly Parton.
I'm not much of a singer.
Larry, our team is, well, I haven't set it yet, but our team's been picked for next week. It'll be you, Bill, and an injured Tam, who's going to be playing next Saturday. We've got Mal in the team, not Mal, we've got Matt in the team now as well, but obviously his rating is astronomical. So we booted, what's his name, Maisie Dizzle. He's been given the chop, the pork chop.
Slow down, ball. He's good. So 9-5, and it's going to be Cobra breaking.
Was it Tin who abolished what? I'm missing what's happening in the chat. I don't know what we're talking about. Well, the Sullivan's got one back. He's still trailing by 2, 6-4. First to 10 frames. Did Slim not say that there was no tournaments for 3 hours this afternoon? What's happened to Brian? Is he on a strike? Well, look at this for a break.
Well, there had been some problem where, for some reason, we lost some tournaments, and Brian put them back. Do we have that problem again today?
I think if Slim's still there, I thought I saw something in the chat earlier on in the stream.
Y'all look at this. 5 balls on the break.
Rob, listen, guys. Tell me if you think Rob's gone very quiet in the stream, because he sounds really, really soft to me now. He sounds dead quiet.
5 balls on the break and no shot.
Yeah.
Look at this. Did he
there's
get
something happened with your mic, Rob, but it's round the back of your head because everybody thinks you're really quiet.
He got him. He got him. That's a nice little safety there.
Martin says he's loud and clear. Rob isn't loud and clear. Steve's loud and clear.
And I think this is a reasonable ball to kick it and try to make. I don't want to bunt this, and he doesn't. And that's unfortunate.
Uh-oh. Well, bonus time for Cobra.
I'll tell you what, that safety that Cobra played was a difficult safe to get, and he got it. Just because the angle was so shallow, it was hard to get behind the 8 ball.
Right, so 6 into the side, I would assume. Is he going to run through?
Yeah, it's going to be 9-6. Spectredawn breaking next rack. I'm already giving him this one.
Well, he's wrong side of the 6. He would have liked to have been this side of it.
He'll just back it up.
Well, it's like everybody cries out for certain tourneys and then nobody plays in them. I mean, the 3 ball was popular at one time, and then I think it went a number of times when nobody bothered about it.
Well, talk to Redback and ask him for whatever you want, because he's the one supposed to be doing that. I don't do it because he's supposed to be doing it. If I start doing it, then I'm stepping on his toes. But he's usually pretty good at putting stuff in people want. And here we go at 9-6, and Cobra's got him back down under 4 games.
Well, you're up in the morning, semi-pro, so it should be easy enough for you to get a hold of Brian at that time.
So here we go. Let's see how he hits this break shot. He's cutting it, and see, that one didn't hop.
Uh-oh.
But he didn't get a very kind kick there. So Spectredawn is having break problems. What's that, his third scratch in this match?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just can't do that. Scratch is like a devastating thing to have happen. Break. You just don't want to be doing that.
That's exactly what it's called, Pop Man, passing the buck. The chief executive is designated his understudy to deal with the tournament.
So Hugh wants me to tell him what to do now, right?
What's that?
Because otherwise I'd be passing a buck if I let you make decisions on your own. I should tell you everything you should be doing too, huh?
Oh, I'll have
yeah.
I'll have my cameras put in VP4. You got to get things prioritized.
So it's not really passing a buck. It's letting people do their jobs without micromanaging them.
Now, Cobra's doing an awful lot of looking around here. Is he worried about the 6 ball? Let's have a look at that. No, there's nothing to worry about the 6 ball. So, again, just getting his bearings before he moves. Now, this has got to be done right. This 4-ball, this is not ideal. He's trying to hold it, and that's always dangerous, and that's inevitable has happened. You know, he should have seen that coming a mile away. I did. Now it's all gone quiet. Is anybody there in Discord? Is Discord gone down?
I'm still here.
Yeah, you're still there, Rob. You're barely there, but you are there. I can confirm you are there, but something's happened to your setup. I don't know what's happened.
I haven't touched a thing.
Oh, you sound better now. Okay, so
Cobra said, head in hands. I was playing for the middle. Well, this might work if it slows down. Now, that's the first time my electric has just flickered tonight, which is always a sign that the storm's beginning to build up here. We've got a forecast of 80, 90 mile an hour winds overnight and into tomorrow.
that was the coldest day of the winter here.
What, 70 degrees?
No, it was 24 this morning.
Oh, that's cold.
Yeah.
Well, cold for where you are, yeah.
Yeah, it rarely gets that cold. Well, now it looks like it's going to be 9-7. Because I'm giving him this one too.
Well, just straight over to the left, don't scratch, you're on the 6. Simple as that. And he's got a good angle on the 6. This is perfect because you're just a little dink back off that, avoid the 10. Nice angle on the 7.
It's a balmy 28 degrees where I'm at.
So that's like 4 degrees under. Something like -4 or -3, I think that is.
Closer to -2, -2 point something.
Yeah.
The temperature hadn't changed much from overnight till the daytime. It stayed pretty more, maybe 3 or 4 degrees from the overnight.
Now let's see how he hits this. I'd stun this and come out. See if he's brave enough to hit it that way. Yep, he is. I like how he hit that. You know, make it so that the 9 to the 10 is easy. He didn't cinch the 8-ball, and that's really the right thing to do there.
Yep, he is. Also part of Yippee Ki-Yay. Yep, he is.
So,
at least I laughed.
We've got a match on here. It's 9-7 now, and Cobra's going to be breaking.
Cobra breaking this time, so needless to say, he doesn't want to scratch.
I think it's Spectredawn's having the scratch problems, not Cobra. Let's see how he hits this, or whether he's hitting a cut break. He is doing a slight cut break, not much. See, he's hitting that a lot fuller.
And he's
Even if it hops, he's not going to scratch there.
5 ball, just get nudged by the 9.
Yeah. And let's see, is this 3-8 on? No. You can make it, but it's not easy. But the 3 goes in the side pocket. And it goes in the corner pocket where the 1 is. Then it goes in the other side pocket. So he's got a lot of choices for the 3 ball. Want to get close to this 2. And that's not close. See, I don't like that decision. Because if you get close to that 2, it's way easier to get on the 3. Now he's got to do something. You don't want this shot. That's just a bad decision on how to play shape. I don't care if you don't get exactly how you want, but if you're, a foot and a half from the 2, it's going to be a lot easier.
And that's good.
And that's perfect.
Very good.
So he should be out here. It's going to be 9 to 8.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Boy,
it's that little
you know,
brush off the 8 ball there.
yeah,
Oh,
you gotta
dear.
know. You gotta know you're gonna get that too. When you hit it at that speed, for sure you're gonna get it. Now there's some ways to not get that.
Where's my soundboard tonight? You shouldn't have asked that.
We don't do close here. Well, sometimes guys do close, and there's a mistake. That wasn't good. So I think he may still shoot this. I don't see. He could play safe here. I think he'll shoot this. This is a shot. It's a confident shot because you got to be confident on making it. You got to be confident on the line you're running the cue ball because you're going to be going around the table. There's going to be 4 rails to go for the 7. So if you're going to shoot this, you got to have the confidence. You can always duck. I think he'll shoot it. It's very natural shape. Got to hit it the right speed. Well,
bump there.
Didn't want to hit the titty. I mean, that was in play, and he looks like he's come out nicely. So the only gotcha here is getting on this 9 ball is tricky. I think if he just keep the cue ball right about where the 7 is, like a stop shot, even that. Yeah, see, I would have rather had the cue ball back a couple more inches so that you could roll to the long rail.
This is
Now he's got to roll at a bad line. So what I would do here is I would try to run into the 10 ball. I wouldn't try to short side it. Oh, he's trying to short side it. Trying to run into the 9 ball. So that was risky.
No.
If he would have been a little more straight on, he could have rolled it and gone to the side of the rail and side rail and played short side. But where he was, I would have tried to run in the 10. He tried to run in the 9, and I didn't like that play. He's lucky he didn't go in the corner pocket.
A big shot here.
Well, this is, this just make it. This is all he has to do is make this ball. He's going to be on the 10. I'd hit it in the speed where if you miss it, it goes to the end rail.
Perfect.
And he didn't. See, I would have hit that a little harder so that if you miss it, it goes up to the end rail.
So, back to within 1. Cobra now trying to keep his lead.
Well, he figured out a way to get out there.
Spectredawn, sorry.
Cobra figured out a way to get out.
O'Sullivan now back to within 1.65 to Trump. I heard something go.
Well, you certainly want to do that in real life. I mean, the VP guys are a little scared of the speed sometimes, but closer is, you can do a lot more if you're closer. So I think he may shoot this. I mean,
I think he is. I think he's listening to you.
Yeah. I probably would. There's some safety plays, but I think shooting this is not a bad idea, especially because you may get safe if you miss it.
Good evening, Bill. It's you, Larry, and Tam next Saturday.
And that's well done.
Unless anything crops up.
The other thing is you got to play to your strengths. I mean, that wasn't a situation where there was some easy safe. I mean, the safety wasn't easy, and, his strength is pocketing balls and running out. So I think that was a smart decision.
And
he didn't hit it. He didn't hit it.
No,
Boy, that was way under hit.
Way short. The good news, Bill, is I've spoke to Matt. Matt's recovered. He's okay. After last night's
debacle?
Well, craziness.
I call that a debacle.
Well, he's played a safety, but you know what Spectredawn's doing if Cobra's if he's got a line.
That's not a bad safety. That was the right shot he played there because it was simple. It was almost guaranteed to get a snooker, and this is no gimme kick. I mean,
yeah, you definitely did have nightmares. You had nightmares in that 9 ball, I'll tell you. Oh, that's a good effort. But
So now you got to decide, can I get on the 5 or not? I say not. So this is a very easy safe to put this on the 5 ball. You got to cut the 4 enough. So the way you get a little more cut on this 4 without having a problem is to use some left English on it. Because you can cut it a little more, the cue ball will still check. It'll also straighten out the line on the 4. Do you need to do that here? Probably not. He's just going to shoot it.
Well,
The
he's never
problem with
going to be any
shooting it
joy
is
here. I mean, what's he? Is
well,
he trying to get into the gap?
that's why
I think he's got it there.
that's why I started with, first you got to figure out if you can get on the 5. I would never have shot that shot.
Yeah, well, he thought he'd got there. I thought he'd got there, but he didn't have enough room at the end of the day.
So there's a very easy safety here. Put the 5 straight across and run the cue ball into the 10. He's going to go the other way, which he's left the edge. That's no good. And he pays for it.
Yeah, he's in trouble.
So, you can play a shot where you hit 2 rails and thin this 5 ball, but it's a tricky shot. If you don't want to play that shot, you want to hit this with some speed. And he tried to play it going 1 rail, and that's no good. So he may just, I'd probably just thin this 5 and use the 6-9. He's going to go this other way. I would have thinned it on the right side of the 5. I don't particularly like that choice, but he hit it pretty good. He's left a shot. So you can pin this. You can get this cue ball to stop right where that 5 is, and you can pin him behind the 10. So it's kind of a stun with right English. You got to, well, I'm not sure you can get him far enough behind the ball.
Yeah,
I don't think he does. So you could come off the rail and thin this 5 into the 10 like that. But he didn't get a rail.
Oh dear, big mistake there.
He got a little too much of the 5 ball. Need to thin that more. That's a tricky little shot. So it's going to be 10-8 now. Oh yeah, that's a hard drill, Martin. It's a very good drill. I think he's titty hooked there.
You're joking?
No, he is. He's titty hooked.
Oh, good. Yeah, he
is.
is.
You can try to jump the titty. He only needs to get over just a little bit of it. Let's see if he tries to jump this. Because if he ain't going to jump it, he could shoot the masse. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's going to shoot the masse. It's kind of a tricky masse.
You've got to play this nice and soft. Yeah, he didn't get that. So he needed to be softer than that.
Well, now it's looking like it's 9 apiece. I thought Spectredawn would be up there.
Well, it's always little roll of the balls and things like that can swing the match. That's too soon, that, Cobra. I could see that a mile away. And the edge is there for... See, that Steve jinxed him again there, by the way, guys. I hope you heard that.
Cobra's missing balls he doesn't normally miss. I mean, he's not normally missing that ball.
Yeah, no mistake.
We all have our bad days, don't we?
Now you're loud and clear, Rob. Now you're loud and clear. Really loud and clear.
Very costly. Instead of 9 apiece breaking, it's going to be
big 2-rack swing.
10-8.
I think it's Spectre's break next time, isn't it?
No, it's Cobra's.
Cobra. Yeah.
And Cobra puts terrible in the chat.
Yeah, I think he done that 10 minutes. What time is it? 51, yeah. I think that was probably about 4 terrible shots ago, not the last one.
Well, he needs. He could just type in ditto.
Right, let's see if Cobra can come up with something decent here. He needs it.
Yeah, he's going to break the same way. I think he got the corner ball in.
What ball's in? 4 balls dead in the water. Yeah, that's going nowhere. Fine in the 1 ball, fine in the 2 ball. I don't think he can get to the 4 because there's traffic in the way as well. Even for a bump, he's going to do well to get a bump here, isn't he?
The 4 ball is bad enough. I'd think about playing safe on the 2 ball.
Yeah, that's what I'd be doing.
There's not a whole lot good that's going to happen trying to play safe on the 1.
Heading to the long grass somewhere or trying to duck over, but I don't think it'd be good to try and duck over behind the 6 because you might bump the thing and just open stuff up. You got to be careful.
I would do that if I thought I could get there without selling out the 2, but I don't think you can. So he tries for the bump and doesn't get it. And now he's just stuck with whatever he gets here. So what I would do here is I would play rail first. Rail first
to brush it and skim off it.
The 4 ball and go behind the 8-9. Now the danger here is if you try to play that is it's real easy to get a little too much 4 ball and scratch.
Yeah.
But that's the shot.
Well, that's terrible. That's absolutely terrible.
He didn't play it rail first.
Yeah, hit it far too thick. Yeah, he needed more rail.
I don't think he was trying to play the rail first shot, but that's what he needed to do.
That wasn't very well executed.
Yeah, well, when you put draw on the ball when you're cutting it, that can cause it to turn and go thick pretty easily. I mean, theoretically, if you put enough on it, it can reduce the throw. But my experience playing that shot is that it's real easy to turn the ball into the rail.
Well, just up into the table high enough. There, the light's going again. It'll be blowing a hoolie in the middle of the night. The wind's definitely getting up.
A hoolie?
A hoolie, yeah. Well, Cobra was almost back in touch, but it's all going to have to run the course again.
Well, I mean, Cobra's kind of signing his own death warrant here this match. He's not out of it yet, but he's got to stop making so many mistakes.
What was Bill behind last night? 12? Did we say 12-7? Was it?
Yeah, it was 12-7.
Well, there you go. I mean, it's what's the cue ball? What's the cue ball? What's the cue ball? What's the cue ball? There you go, Cobra.
He's got his plate. He's got a nice table.
Now, how many is that, Steve? Is that 4?
That's 4.
I believe that's 4. Yeah. I mean, he's had 2 up in that corner where he got the kick and it went up there, and he's had 2 where it hopped and went in the corner down by the rack.
Well, I'm going to hedge my bets here and say that Spectredawn's now at least got the highest stat in the tournament for scratches in the break just in this match, let alone what he's done in anything else.
It took him a while, but he shot the right shot. That was the way you wanted to play position there.
Well, you're round behind the 9 and out, isn't it? No, he's checking this up. He's checking it up. He's staying in front of the 9.
I'm not really quite sure why he's doing that, but it works. He's got a good angle. The 7's sitting in a good spot. This is just like a stop shot, and it'll slide over a little.
We can hear Ken.
He may go forward. Yeah. Okay, good. So I like this position because you can roll this, which is what you want to be able to do.
Right. Chimpy's giving me cryptic messages here. I don't know what he means. Tell
I
Ken.
don't either.
Tell Ken to keep it down. How can you
Are
hear?
we talking about you Ken from the Barbie movie?
How can you hear Ken Doherty? I've not even got the snooker on anymore.
Well, that's an interesting choice. I'm not sure it was a good choice. Why is he doing that? Why doesn't he just stun it and try to slide it over? Man, I don't get that move. He had enough angle to stun that out, didn't he? I thought he did. I didn't look at it that close.
I don't know. I'm trying to work out what they're up to in the chat here. That I think they're trying to wind
And this
me up.
safety is difficult to play. And he hit it perfect.
Yeah.
Nice shot there. Yeah, that's always a little tricky when you're checking it with that much English. You know, you're trying to get the ball to hold and a lot of inside. That's a tricky little shot.
No, Rob's volume recovered. Oh, I ken what you mean. Oh, I ken that. I know. I ken what you're talking about now. That's Ken. that's Ayrshire for no. I know what you're talking about. And a female is a hen in Ayrshire as well. You know, so you say to the young lady, "Are you all right, hen?" And she says, "Aye, I'm fine." Right. I mean, this is an easy 8-ball. I mean, that's no problem with that. When
So
did I say
he's
that?
going to get one. He's going to get one back here, and he's going to be breaking.
You're talking about women in general, Tam, and you better make sure that the old lady isn't reading the chat. By the way, you get a slap round the ear. Your other wrist will be done. Right, Cobra breaking now.
Yeah, this
Big
is
rack, big rack.
Yeah, he needs to get caught up before too long. I mean, you can always do it late, but that's just a lot tougher.
I see. That's the benefit of having that crap on a Sunday, Tam, because you can at least watch this and get right out of our way. You know something?
That's dry.
I'm proud to say I've never seen an episode of Dancing on Ice, and you know what? I never will either. There you go.
So you got to decide what to do here. I don't think you can make this ball. You can bank it. The bank's tricky. You got to get the cue ball out of the way, and you've got a 5-ball there. You know, if you miss this, you could sell out.
Cross bank, perfect. Bumping the 2-ball. How's his luck? No good.
Yeah, that was kind of the problem on that shot. It was a little bit indeterminate, you know, where the cue balls ended up, and so that's a pretty good play there. Going to get a reward out of it?
No, he's going to be in bother in a second.
Well, we'll see. I mean, this is not a guaranteed safe here because the 10 and the 4 are kind of blocking the 2 coming out of there. This is a little tricky.
That's I don't know that's any good, is it?
No, that's the problem, was getting the 2 past one of those balls. It was tough to do.
Well, we've got the 2 players in the room.
And he fails to get safe.
Blind Hog's still in the room, even though he was in the stream.
I believe this ball can be made, and it's pretty natural to get on the 3, so I'm thinking Cobra's running us out. All he has to do is hit this 2 good, and he should be out.
Wafer thin.
He's got to hit it pretty thin. You know, if he hits it real thin, he could run into the 5.
Yeah, it's. I was saying there, Tam, before you. Well, maybe you weren't listening. I've had a couple of flickers of the electric. You know, the lights have flickered, and you always know that when the lights flicker, it's is beginning to blow.
He just failed to hit that hard enough. I mean,
Well,
can he
this,
make this?
yeah.
Yeah, but
Can he
he's gonna have
scratch?
to. He's gonna have to kill it. I think he can avoid the scratch, but you got to kill this ball to get the speed right where you can get on the 4. This is like one of those kind of aggressive kill shots. I would not roll this.
He's going to drag it with left English to kill it. Oh, no, he isn't. I presume he's running for cover.
I'm not sure what he was doing there, but whatever it was, it didn't work.
Well,
So
there's
the
half
4
a pocket.
does not go by. Well, the 4 doesn't go by the 10, so the half a pocket doesn't do him any good unless you can get down for the side pocket shot, which is, I think he could.
Mm-hmm.
You can shoot this, but you're gonna have to play for the 4 on the side. It's a little tricky because going into the left side of that pocket is going to give you a worse angle coming over for the 4.
I would pay more money to see Steve and what's her name? The wee cranky. I would pay to see Steve with a wee cranky on Dancing in Ice.
Oh God.
Or I would pay to see Dyson in Ice, where they're all on there with vacuum cleaners.
If I was
Cranky.
If I was on that show, it'd be called Falling on the Ice. Look at this.
But the thing is, Steve, that Jeanette Cranky's about 4'8" or something, and you could throw her around like a doll.
Yeah, well, we'd be dancing with her head in my crotch.
Well, she wouldn't have to stoop to get there.
Oh dear.
So that was a pretty damn good kick safe there by Spectredawn.
I think he got some good fortune on that roll.
There's a little good fortune, but you know, I mean, it was somewhat predictable where the cue ball was going to go.
Well, remember, this is Cobra's break, big rack, and it looks as if it's going to Spectredawn now.
Yeah, I mean, this looks pretty good. So the real question here is, do you want to play the 3-8 combo now or leave the 5-8 for later? Well, and if you're going to play the 3-8, you know, that it gets rid of that problem, but I don't think he's going to because it's sitting just a little funny. I think if it was sitting better, he would.
You can play a VP4 in Ice Semi-Pro. All you need to do is go into the advanced settings and yank everything up.
What happened to One Pocket Slim? I haven't heard his. I haven't seen any chat from him in a long time.
You know,
is
Slim,
he like bail
Slim's,
on us?
He's feeling a bit rough. He might have gone for a lie down. Yeah, yank all the settings in VP4 up full blast, and then play VP4, and then you'll know what VP4 and Ice is like.
Well, that's not a wonderful angle to have the cue ball. He should be okay. Go around the corner. Just going to back it up.
Now, I think he might be taking a risk with a brush in this 7 ball here, by the way. I don't think he's going to risk doing anything here.
No, you just dink this. If you do catch the 7, it's just going to be a little bit of it. You just dink this ball.
He wants to hit it in the left side then. And that'll do it. Little brush. So it looks like Cobra's going to have to start. He's not got in touch yet. I think he's had 2 attempts to get right onto his coattails here, and he's failed twice.
I like how he hit that, and yeah, I mean, Cobra has just been a rough match for Cobra. He hasn't really gotten any kind of rhythm. A frozen table mod. We're not doing frozen tables, Martin. I don't like goofy pool. It's like Goofy Golf. They have these things, tournaments like Superintendent's Revenge, where they do a bunch of goofy setups. I don't know playing those.
Yeah, we had all those sort of suggestions when VP4 was still in development, and you had people wanting round tables and all of that crap, and all sorts of weird stuff. This is hardcore.
So this rack is not any kind of gimme. That's a good
combo.
start. That's a very good start. You got to watch where the 7's going here. You just don't want to put it on top of the 8 or 9. If you leave it in the pocket, that's probably okay.
Well, the 2-ball is the worry, because the 2-ball's going to be cutting off the 7 and heading towards the 8 and 9.
Well, he's just got to hit this easy. And that's come out pretty good for him.
That's dead set. He's never missing that.
So if he wants to, he can bump the 9 here. Not sorry, the 9, the 8. If he wants to stay there for the 2, the easiest way is to run into the 8. I think he doesn't look like he's going to try that. Oh, he's going to do something stupid instead.
Whoa, I thought he was going to bump the 3 there.
That was unwise. See, that's what I was saying, bump the 8. Now, yeah, you got to spin it up, and yeah, you're kind of over a ball, and there's a lot of bad things about it, but you didn't have to hit that 2 that accurate to get the combo to go. I thought he could have hit a 2 a little on the thick side and just spun it over and ran into the 8 ball.
I think if he's going inside the 10 and 8, he's got a very thin margin to get a hit in that 2 doing that.
Well, he can shoot the masse at this. It's a pretty easy masse if he wants to shoot the masse. That might be the best choice. There's a chance that you're going to get him on the 3 or the 9 if you shoot the masse off the end rail. That would be my kind of favorite thing here. Masse shot off the end rail into the 2.
Unless you got a chance.
Going around the back. This could be good.
Oh, he got the hit.
He got the hit, but it's not any good.
And so
he's got a shot here in the side pocket, and easy. Just move the cue ball over and bump the 9 and run out. Hog or blasphemy. He needs to draw this a teeny bit.
That didn't work.
Well, he may have drawn it too much. I think he got on too far down on it. So he's going to play safe here. Don't leave the window. Don't leave the window. Left the window.
Again, wafer thin.
Well, whenever you see a situation like this, you got to think about running into the 6 ball and using the 4. And that wasn't the way I was speaking about. I was speaking about knocking a 3 ball up table.
Is Spectredawn thinking of something crazy here?
No, I don't think so.
He hasn't called a 9, so he hasn't.
That's no good.
Oh, well, that's no good. That is really poor.
See, you had to hit that. You had to try to hit that harder and take it up table and bring the cue ball at the 6. Well.
And then goes the 9.
Yeah, this is
Now, he wants this 3 to come back across the table. He doesn't want to mess with the 8 ball, so if he comes right across the table, he's trying to hold it for the 3 into the corner, that'll do it.
Yeah, he's fine.
Now, how does that mean? Yeah, he's just going to dink back to the 4.
Draw it back. He's all good.
Now he just needs to get a wee hold in this cue ball here, I think. Is he going to play it maybe probably bottle it out in dead weight?
He just dink it, yeah.
Oh, he's dead straight. Well, with a slight angle.
Yeah, you can spin this out. You got plenty of room to spin this out. Go 2 rails.
So what are we now? He's going to be, well, provided he does this, he'll be back to within 2.
He decides to just stun it out, which is fine.
It will be Cobra's break next up.
Yeah, that was some poor safety play there by Spectredawn.
Now, so far in this match, Cobra's had this is his third opportunity to get back to within one, and I think he's failed on all previous occasions, one way or another.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens here. I mean, first thing he needs to do is get a ball in the break. Second thing is he needs to get a shot, and the third thing is to run out. So it's 1, 2, 3, and it's 12, 11.
2 ball and something else went in.
He's got the first 2, and I think he's got the first 3. Yeah, so he's good here. He should run out. You can't get a whole lot better on the table. The 4 is a little tight, but it goes in the corner. It goes in the side. It goes up table. I mean, he's good here.
I don't think he'll want to play the 4 in the corner. I think past the 8 and the 10. I don't think he'll mess with that.
Well, he's got to figure out how to get position on it, and where he is on the 1.
Up table into the side. That's where he's headed.
Or
he's going to do that and make it worse.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was a smart move.
And he's ugly in the 3 as well over the 8. So
he was going to have a hard time getting to that 4 just because getting on the 3 in a way that he could shoot it. I mean, this might be play safety. Just thin this 3 ball and go over and set it behind the 6 ball. He's going to shoot this.
Going all out.
He's going all out here. This is like a do or die type shot.
Yeah. Now he needs to hope it rolls, but it isn't.
And that's the die part. Now, Cobra does have some issues here getting on this 4 ball. Now, if you don't want to, Spectredawn, if you don't want to shoot the combo, what you should do is run this cue ball at the 4. Because if you go behind it, you've got the corner or the side. If you run into it, you might get in the corner. At least if not, you're there to play safe. So I kind of like running the thing at this if you don't want to play shape for the combo. Now, he's not going to run it at it, and he's not going to get very good shape on the combo either. See, I don't like that shot because if you don't think you can get real good on the combo, you should run at the 4 ball there. This is not anybody's favorite shot.
Oh,
I just think that was all caused by a bad decision of how he played the 3 ball. I mean, it just was not good position.
10 comes back up. 4 will be there or thereabouts.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a double kiss here. Four ball might squeak by the cue ball behind it.
Oh dear. Did I snatch at that, is he not?
Well, I think that's partly because he's trying to get the cue ball, the 4 ball
to
go on the other side of the cue and end up missing it.
Oh.
This is kind of a tricky little shot if he's going to dink this. I wouldn't dink safe this. I would not do this. It's just too hard to get safe.
Well, guess what, folks? Guess what's happening here? No more clues.
I mean, if you're a good player, you've got a good feel for where the balls are going. You should know that safety was going to be really difficult to pull off, and you don't want to shoot it. And Spectredawn went ahead and shot it anyways, and this is what he gets for it. I mean, that's just another bad decision. Take a call.
Right.
Good afternoon to Hair Pig in the booth.
Hello, hello.
Oh, we have 4, 3 Yanks and a Scot. That'd be a good name for a movie, wouldn't it?
Maybe in 3 Men and a Baby, the baby was Scottish. Who knows?
We've got a full house in the commentary booth. Nobody else can get in. Maximum limit is 4.
That'll probably be a first.
Yeah, that's the first we've had 4 in the commentary booth. And here's another first. Steve hasn't eaten because he's finished.
But I am.
3 men and a baby.
Uh-oh.
Well, this 6 does go. But you don't want it going at this angle, do you? Because you can catch a lump of that 9.
Well, the 9's not actually blocking any of the pocket.
No.
So if he hits the 9, he would have missed the shot anyway.
It's okay. The VP4, that's a good title. What the hell's happened to Steve? Is he eating again?
He decided to force a crowd.
I'm going to have to tab out here to find out where he is. I won't
Still
do it
in the
right
booth.
Now. Right, is his light moving? Because if he's light moving, he's talking and nobody can hear him.
I don't see it lighting up.
No, it's not.
No, he's probably going to another
break.
He's gone for another pizza.
Hairpig scared him away, but that's probably true.
Now Spectredawn breaking again. 1 in front.
It's nervy time for Spec. He had a big lead, and now it's not such a big lead. That's never a confident feeling.
Yeah, there's pressure there, but you always get the feeling that the way Cobra's been tonight is there might be the tendency to get the odd mistake again, but
he made a ball, but the 3 ball is bad news.
That gets in your head big time when you had a big lead and you just let it get away.
So where's the push out here?
Well, this is where Spectredawn's always been questionable about his push outs.
You can't leave the potting angle. He's leaving a bank or a safety from down here.
Now, I think Cobra might take the bait here because if he makes the bank, he's on the 2 ball. And these balls are not sitting all that bad for him. He might take the bait. But it's not sitting perfect as a bank, so he'd have to cut across that one. I think he might not take it now, looking at it from that angle. I think he'll take this on. I don't like it.
I wouldn't bank it.
No,
he's not banking it.
I might disagree. I might disagree with that, Simi. He's gonna have to find his gear to come out winning, even if he does get level.
Oh well, at least he never left a dead set bank. That's probably why Cobra didn't give it a thought. I mean, when I went round there and looked at it, I didn't like the look of it.
Boy, he's got to hit this thin.
DeSantis pulled out of the presidency. Is this somebody that was supposed to be in the running for a candidate? Never heard of him.
He's the governor of Florida. He's a Republican.
I like he cut the 1. And this is good. If it slows up, that's perfect.
That's very nicely done. Very well judged.
Well, there's a good time to start warming up. I think roundabout now would be good.
The 4 to the 5, he's going to have to put some control on it. But, well, and then the 5 to the 7 doesn't have to be easy either. The 9 and the 8 are playing good defense for the 7 ball.
So yeah, more than likely 5 into the side. But the 5 does go past the 9, but he's more than likely going to play it in the side.
I think 5 in the side is right, but he needs a little angle. If he gets straight in, it's going to be hard to judge the draw.
We'll see. Last time he shot this shot and went for the side pocket, he missed that shot.
Oh, don't get on the wrong side of it either. That's...
No, he's fine, but he's going to have to dig and run across towards the 9 if he's doing that. He's going to have, I think he is.
He's not going towards the 9. He's going up above the... He's going away from the 9 if he stuns it. He's got to draw right back to where he is.
No, I was looking to see whether he had enough angle to actually... No, he hasn't got enough angle, because I was thinking he could draw to the rail and come across, but he is coming back, and that's worked out better, as a matter of fact. I thought he had the angle too much where he was having to dig into the rail to come back, but he's actually good to go now.
Well, he didn't go all the way deep on the cue ball. He stunned drew it a little,
big stun draw,
so that he could get it to deflect sideways a little bit more, so he could take the scratch out of play. Not sure if he intended to bump the 9 there, but it's going to work.
I hope Steve's not had some sort of emergency or something like that. He never said anything before he disappeared, which is always worrying.
I think Bedhead's probably right. He just hates me.
More popcorn.
Well, this is it. Match on now.
Little race to 5 for all the marbles. Not exactly all the marbles.
And Cobra's breaking next rack for the lead.
Well, all the marbles in this match.
Indeed. He likes being the smartest guy in the booth. I appreciate the compliment, Bedhead.
Is that 6 ball going to get there? Is it going to get there? Yes, it is. And
so is the 1, which is nice, because he would have been hooked on the 1 if it didn't drop.
Let's look at this setup up here. Well, there's nothing needs moved. Everything goes. 5 ball goes, no problem.
It's all fine. The 3 to the 4 might be the touchy position route here.
So if he runs out here, will this be the first time that Cobra's been in the lead this match?
Yep. Apart from 2-1, 2 each, that sort of thing at the beginning. But really, this is a meat and drink of the match now. So it will be the first time he's been in the lead for a long time.
Seven is a little bit of an obstacle in terms of getting on the right side of the 4 here. So he's going to come back to play it in the corner.
Right, now, how's the angle?
Great on that ball.
Perfect. Good stun again here.
I think just a little draw and float 0 rails to open space for the 5. Yep.
Perfect.
Get a little bit on the wrong side of it, but he can just draw 0 rails again. So maybe that's actually the right side. I'd have preferred to be on the other side because he got more options.
Yeah, he's fine,
he doesn't really. The 8 is hanging, so even frozen to the rail, all he has to do is drop the 7 in.
Now, 9 into the side. You see that he's got himself straight in this 8 ball. So now he's got to be good on this 9, and he's got the angle. You see, he's come back about 1.5 inches there, and that's perfect because he can roll forward. And he's good
to come back a little bit less than that because he's going to end up a little below the 10 here.
Yeah, he's a little funny on this one. Now he's cutting instead of just shooting it straight in.
Dead weight. Commentator's eye, he was good.
It worked better than I thought. The dead weight shot.
Now this is the point where the question getting asked of Spectredawn, because now it's tightening up time.
Well, and the first question is,
can he stay?
Cooperate on the break?
Can he keep the cue ball on the table?
Exactly what I was fixing to say. He got a break without scratching the first thing.
Now, what's he doing here? Is he having a break? I haven't seen anything in the chat.
There's nothing in the chat, so don't know. Yeah, he's here. He's breaking.
Right. Oh, look at the cue ball. Look at this. Watch that 5 ball.
Wow, that's gonna get
5
him
balls
again.
keeping it out. Oh, God.
Wow.
I'll tell you, he's dicing with death here. That 5 ball kept it out. That brush in the 5 just sort of killed it because it was
Well,
heading south.
having to push out every break really sucks. That's when you're never the favorite on your own break. That's not good news. Now, I know in real life you can bank this cross side with no risk of double kiss.
Oh yeah.
Will it kiss in virtual pool? It doesn't matter. He's going to play it safe anyway. Come on off the other side of it.
2 hours we've been at this now.
Oh, not even coming off the side of it. Just a little double kiss. It's very passive though. Cobra's really got a lot of options from here.
Well, that depends how brave Cobra is, though. You know, he could thin it and go the off the long rail right side and try and get up towards that 8 ball.
Spin it under the 8 is what I would have played, but he's going to do something much more passive. I don't like it.
Well, welcome to Christian. Sullivan's in front now. I've got the snooker off. I've got it back on YouTube. We've got 21 on YouTube at the moment, which is very good. I don't know how many's on Twitch.
See, and that again, passive. Spec could have banked that 2 rails and stopped his cue ball using the 6 and 10 as blockers.
He's trying to be really careful now. He don't want to let Cobra go up 2 games.
He's taken the complete sellout out of play by playing the easy passive safety, and I guess there's something to be said for that approach.
Well, this will be the biggest audience for the tournament so far. Then, if Tam's still on kick, that'll be what did we say? 21, 20, 21, 29. That'll be 30 if Tam's still there.
You're welcome. Now, is Spec going to be tempted into cutting this in the corner? He's great at this shot when he shoots it.
I think it's. I mean, it's obviously still tricky to keep this safe unless you're just going to roll onto it and try and roll onto it dead. But that's risky at this sort of distance to judge it.
You can still bank it 2 rails with a stop shot and just stiffen it up to where it comes above the 7, and then it'll come across towards the 8 and 3 with using the 6 and 10 as blockers.
He's going for it. He's going for it. Yeah, he's caught the point there.
That one instead. That's going to sell right out.
Well, this is awkward. He's over the edge of the 2 here. And now he's going to cut it in the side because he's going to run up and around the back of the 7, I think.
I agree.
He might end up on the short side here.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think you just come down around the side pocket to shoot the 2 in the not short side.
Let's see.
Yeah, cut it inside, round behind the 7.
Yeah.
And it's off the rail.
Now a little bit of left to come up between the 7 and the 3, I think.
Yeah, you don't want to be dicing with the 7. Welcome to Tommy.
That's the way, and he did not get straight in. Straight in would have been actually pretty bad news there.
Oh, welcome to Napnicker as well. Well, Steve's disappeared. I don't know what the hell's happened to him. He went silent as soon as Hairpig arrived. I don't know if that's telling you a message, but no information as to what's happened to him.
No, won't be no 1 pocket Rob. You won't see me playing no 1 pocket.
I wonder if he'll get back in time to see the end of this. Well, the last 2 matches we've had in this tournament have both went hell. That's all I'm saying.
I have a hard time pocketing balls in all 6 pockets.
Yeah, the 6 goes.
Well, one pocket's perfect for guys who can't pocket
Well,
balls.
when I say the 6 goes, it goes in off the jaw. He's got to be careful with this. He's not got much room here at all. In fact,
he's got to put it in the edge of the pocket.
Yeah, that's pretty scary at that angle. He's got to nail this. And there's the forward slash from Blind Hog. And I've told you it was tight.
Doesn't beat the 10.
Yeah, it was really, really tight.
This is
yeah, it did go, but
opportunity.
It's going to be all square here in a minute.
Well, let's see. He just shot that one on a similar shot and didn't do too well with it.
This one's quite a bit easier, I would say.
Yeah, you'll get this every day of the week. Yeah.
Yeah, he is out in the middle of the table. He got a little more control with the cue.
Mm-hmm.
So Drake is back to Cobra to regain the lead.
Maybe it's Cobra's turn to scratch or hook himself on the one.
Well, I don't think Cobra's scratching the break tonight. I think all of that's been Spectredawn, so that he doesn't want that to change.
Yeah, now we'll know who to blame if he does.
Yeah.
You may have
said that.
Well, watch this. I mean,
may have just cursed him.
Watch this. Who's taking a bet?
Up in the upper corner where the butt of his cue is, you think?
I don't think he's going to scratch him.
There it is on the side.
Tollgate. It's all on video. It's all in video. That's
I was just fixing to say I don't think Cobra's going to scratch unless it gets kicked in.
That's the power of the jinx.
Commentator curses OP.
Oh dear. You couldn't write the script, could you?
If he gets on the right side of the 2, this is a pretty. Well, does the 3 actually go past the 5? It does.
Hugh,
are
your ears burning real bad? Because he's probably talking real bad about you.
Well, I mean, obviously, depending on the outcome of the match, will depend whether Cobra watches any of this played back. But I'll be getting the blame.
I don't think Cobra's listening while he plays.
Yeah, well, he won't be doing that. And all I need to rely. Oh, hang on a minute. All we need to rely on is none of you guys telling Cobra. So keep your mouth shut.
Huh. He's got to just draw back a few inches into this window. He's too straight to really do anything, I think, to get on.
What? If I'm in a room with him, I'm going to tell him right away.
I just come out to the middle of the table and take the cut on the 5. He's in good shape. Probably end up going forward 3 rails on the 6 to the 7. Don't do anything stupid. Just roll it in. Roll your cue ball up toward the 8.
He could go 3 rails. He shoots that shot pretty good.
Well, he's going to have to go with 3 rails this time.
Yeah, that's the way here.
But he got to take a chance of that 9 and 7 up here, though. If he did that,
I mean, this is dangerous to dig in and come across table because that side pocket's in play.
And there's very little room between the 10 and the side pocket. So I would go forward 3 rails with right English here. Probably play
here we go. He's doing it. He's coming back the way. Watch the side. He's fine. Oh, he's going to get on top of it. He's on top of it.
I don't think he made the right choice on that one. That was too dicey.
Well,
this is one of those Steve said about bad decisions, and that was a bad decision.
He's playing it though.
He's got it.
Oh, how will the 8 look?
Well,
all right.
Is he cross banking it? Is he cutting up the table? Yeah.
No, cut it in the side.
Is he cutting it in the side?
with a bunch of left English. Well, that's what I would do. Is cut it in the side with a bunch of left English. Just come over for the 9.
We don't know where he is, Paul. He just went silent.
I'm with Hair Pig. He probably had a phone call he had to take.
I mean, it could be a glitch with this commentary booth where even though it's set for 4 players, when the third one comes in, somebody gets muted automatically. So Steve's still probably commentating to his heart's content.
But
if he was trying to talk, he'd be sending messages saying he got kicked out.
I would think there'd be a PM coming in or something.
I think he was messaging the room to let us know he was still there. All this commentary that's been done.
Yeah, phone call or bathroom or something came up.
Well, maybe the pizza came up.
I would bet it was probably a phone call as long as he's been gone.
Consensus in the chat is that I scared him away, though. So, could be.
Could be.
Well, Spectredawn stealing that rack and now breaking for the 2 rack lead. And a non-scratch, which he's managed to do. Got a ball. He's going to be good in the 1. And he'll be okay in the 2. If we can get there.
He took a lot of he took a lot of speed off of that break from what he's been doing.
The challenge will be that he'll only be okay on the 2, though. I think maybe if he slow rolls it in, he can go 2 rails around the. I don't know. The 9 is big. Trying to go that way. See, if he just rolls this in, he'll have a cut on the 2, but getting to the 4. There's a lot of traffic.
See, is Steve still in the actual room? Yes, he is.
He's got to figure out how to avoid the 9. Between the 9 and the rail here is probably the way. Is that natural? Is that just a plain high ball that'll get him there, or does he need a little check?
Well, I think. Let's see.
If there's any check, it isn't much.
Yeah, I thought he was going to brush the 10. I wasn't convinced, but
I didn't see that coming.
It's landed. It's landed pretty good, though.
That worked great. Based on how he played it, I think he knew that was happening.
Well, if I was on my normal browser, I could look at the list of people in the chat, but I'm on my phone and it doesn't give you that option on the phone. I'm using the YouTube app on my phone at the moment.
This is a big moment for a break and run from Spec. Been having trouble with his break, but this is when you want him to start working.
Well, we've now got 23 on YouTube. Well, he's definitely going to be 2 away from taking out Cobra. What's happening in the Trump O'Sullivan match? You said who is it? Was it Coldest Pillows said he was in the lead?
Yeah, somebody said 7-6 about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, that could be. It's still 7-6 at the moment. I might see the end of that. In fact, I probably will see the end of that before I go to bed. Back to work tomorrow, I'm afraid. Now, again, you want to stun this and go across, but the danger with the stun is the usual danger, and he's got it pure.
Had to hit that accurately, though. You can get away with hitting it sloppy if you're rolling it in, but he couldn't get on the 10 rolling it.
Yeah.
He shoots shots like that pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's usually very solid on them.
A lot better than me, tell you that.
I normally have to watch a stream after the fact because, during the week when they're at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm at work, so I can't watch them.
Well, Cobra now doesn't want anything like the last break.
Well, he's got a 2-rack lead again. Let's see if he can hold on to it.
Well,
That
cue
is
ball
not
is in
anything like
play,
the last break.
but the one ball's a thin cut in the side, and it's before the halfway line, so he's good for the cut, and he should be good in the 2 one way or another.
The 9 is the major problem, I think. Assuming he can handle this cut on the 1.
Oh, he didn't get enough cut in it. Oh, this is going to be sore.
Now the 9 is
That's
now the
going to
9
be
is
his
a big problem
lifeline.
for Spec.
Yeah, that's his lifeline, the 9 ball.
He can get on it. It's a narrow window. But if he gets his cue ball like right above where the 5 is right now, then the 9 cuts in.
By the way, Blind Hog, if you go onto YouTube, go to the homepage in YouTube, somebody's streaming that match live on YouTube, unless it's been killed. It probably has been killed by now, because that's illegal. I think it's a guy from India that's streaming it live on YouTube. Now,
he could easily disturb the balls here, but he wouldn't be good on the 5.
Yeah, that's the problem with it.
Anyway.
He's trying to get good on it, and he's come out smelling of roses.
Did he plan that?
Well,
to come around 3 rails after hitting the cluster?
Took a risk, and it's worked.
It sure did. That worked amazing. He should definitely be out.
Yeah, he's going to be on the hill. And what's more important is that he's going to be breaking for the match. Well, it looks as if Steve's not going to get back to see the end of this, whatever's happened to him.
Yeah, they've killed it, Hugh.
Yeah, it was on, but you see, as soon as somebody, if somebody comes online and sees that stream, it's not the first time an audience member will have hit the report button, or it could be somebody official that's hit the report button, and YouTube will look into it and see that that's copyrighted product and put it straight out the door. Well, it's a long haul now for Cobra, but it was last night for Bill, and he found a way out eventually.
Spectre breaking this time, ain't he?
Yep, breaking for the match. He's got a ball.
Oh, all right. Let's see if he can get a good break and then run out. You don't have to worry about Cobra no more.
One's good. 2. I was going to say one's good because I was looking up table, and that's the 9 ball that's up table. I didn't realise the cue ball was there.
Yeah, it's another push out, so there's pool to be played here. Oh, he's got the cut. Look at this. I don't know. Isn't the 5 blocking that cut angle?
No, he can get the cut. Can he avoid a scratch?
He's got to like jack up and stun it if he wants to avoid the scratch, doesn't he?
No.
Oh my!
He almost scratched. And
okay.
he's hooked.
And he's hooked. That's too bad. That was. It's a courageous shot that he pulled off almost.
His eyes are much better than mine.
Well, the thing is, all you need to do is use Google and just type in O'Sullivan versus Trump live stream. You'll find one. There'll be plenty of them. Well, Cobra's going to cut the 2. But
will he play the 5-8 combo? Will he try to leave an angle to get above the 5?
But tell a lie, does this 2 go past the 4? Yes, it does.
Yeah.
But he's
Oh.
way offline. Way offline. What's he left? Well,
He'll
he's
be
not
happy
left
with the
much.
result. Play it soft and use the 10 as a blocker, I think.
Well, they shouldn't have a lot of snooker live streams on Facebook because they'd all get killed as well. Plus, you'll probably get your account shut down. Not that anybody would be bothered if that happened, because people that do that will have multiple accounts anyway. Now, is he having a look at this, some sort of combo here? No, there's nothing doing there.
I think the 9 is actually slightly blocking the 2-7 combo, so he's got a...
Oh, now he needs to get cover.
He just did.
Well, he might try spinning. Is that too far off the rail?
No, I think it
might not be. I mean, the worst he can do is leave the 2 over the pocket and maybe hook. No.
Yeah, I think kick and stick it up table is what I would have tried, but this worked too.
Right, well, Cobra's got the line off the short rail to hit it, so there's no problem hitting it. It's a question of whether he's going to get out of it good enough.
Well, he could roll up on it soft. You could always leave an easy billiard on the 6 doing that, though.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It's hard to escape because of the 7 being right there. It's hard to get any separation.
And like you said, the billiard is unmissable. But where's the 2 ball finishing?
The 2 is the hard part. He might play the 2 in the side afterwards if he banks the 2 sort of across toward the 9. And the cue ball stays there by the 6.
Yeah, this 2 ball might just bump. It might just bump
the
9.
combo instead.
Oh no, he's finished on it. That's worked out well. Well, it's all over if he can get good in the 5 or bump the 5 or bank the 5 or play the 5-8 combo. He has to make that choice.
I would, I think, either play position on the 5 past the 9 or play the combo. I don't think I would try to mess with bumping it or banking it.
Well, I think he's going to do what you're saying, because I think, but he can do both. He can come back and play the combo, which I think he's now decided he's going to do, or he could have spun it off that long rail and went up table behind it. So this is make or break and last chance saloon for Cobra if this doesn't go in.
But if it does go in, I think he's gonna be good on the 5.
And he's
came out a little further than I thought, but he's good on it in the other pocket.
Yeah, this is all over, folks.
I'd say so. The upset looms. Use all of the pocket.
Well, Spectredawn now, we know, is going to be Albinario's next opponent in round 4.
Well, if he can beat Cobra, he can beat Albie. That could be a very good match.
Yeah. Well, this is the type of things he's going to have to do to win one of these, because one or two of these guys are always going to be in his way. So it's a good result for Spectredawn. He got the lead, kept the lead for the most part. Cobra did get in front, but couldn't keep it. So very good result for Spectredawn. So we'll get confirmation of that in a second, I think, once this updates.
All right, I'm going to jump out of the commentary booth and see if magically you can hear Steve again.
Right, thanks for joining here, Pig. Right, so there we go. We've got Albinario against Spectredawn in round 4. And we've got Stubb against Acero. And we have Vinces against Interchange X. So that's the winner's side. One loss side now. We've got Coldest Pillow Tommy in the bottom of the bracket. We've got Quagmire and Larry. We have Bedhead and Semi-Pro. Tell a lie, wrong one, because that result's already through. We've got Semi-Pro through, waiting on now the winner of One Pocket Slim against Rabi. So Slim's going to be the favourite for that. And we have Vinces through, and he's going to have a wait as well because
Okay, I'm back.
Have a wait. Well, you're back and it's all over. It's all
Yeah,
over.
I saw that. I saw that it was over.
We thought Hairpig had killed you in the stream in the commentary booth when he came in. Because as soon as he came in, you disappeared.
No, I had to take a call. One of my developers called, so I needed to talk to him about stuff. So it was all good. We're doing a new release on the iPhone,
Right.
and we got some other stuff going on. So I needed to take the call.
Done.
Anybody wants to test on iPhone or iPad, let me know.
Done.
I can add you on the test flight and you can test.
I'll take a rain check in that, as you guys say, Steve, because I don't have an iPhone. Who was he playing against? Cobra. Now, Cobra's a funny one to get because I think there's. There he is, top of the list. Right, so break stats. There you go, 5 break files from Spectredawn. And you need to watch near the end of the stream, Steve, because guess what happened? Cobra hadn't scratched all night. It's been Spectredawn, and guess what I said? I said, Cobra hasn't scratched all night. He doesn't want anything like that to happen now. And it get kicked in.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, when you look at this break stats, where there's 5 fouls for Spectredawn and only 46% compared to 80 for Cobra.
Yeah.
What this tells me is Spectredawn played pretty good in the rest of it, and Cobra didn't play very good because that's a lot to overcome looking at that. And
Cobra.
You know, I mean, Cobra's going to have to play better, and Spectredawn's going to have to clean that break up. Because if he plays like a Cobra and an Albin or one of the better players and breaks like that, and they play well, he's not winning.
Well, he had 5 racks run, and Spectredawn just the 3. Racks high run was 1 for each, but that's generally going to be the case, if anything. And so he's now through to play Albinario in round 4. And at the moment, we just have that one match on the schedule, which is for a week tonight, or a week next afternoon, on Sunday at 2 p.m. UK time. So that'll be a good one to watch as well between Vinces and Interchange X.
Yeah, and, we should have some more matches scheduled this week. I mean, Stubb can't schedule right now because he's banned.
There'll be one loss side matches that will probably be getting arranged as well. There will be the Stubb match with Acero, but as I said, I won't be there for it because they will have it at a time that will suit both of them, which will generally be the middle of the night. So.
Yeah, I may be able to do that one, or Slim can, or I'm sure we can figure something out.
I can find you a link for once this is over here. We'll be heading out right now, but once I can find you a link if the match is still on. So my team is going to be confirmed. I'll do it tomorrow. I can't be bothered doing it tonight, but my team will be Larry, Bill, and Tam next Saturday for the league. And then we'll look because I don't think Matt can play anyway, so we'll look at squeezing Matt in the following week probably. We're going to have to be careful there because his ratings through the roof. Right, so that's about it. So thanks to Hairpig who dropped in. Thanks to Rob. Thanks to Steve for getting back to us, letting us know because we were getting worried. I thought he was maybe going for a second pizza or something, but my other guys thought it was a call, something like that. So at least we know everything's okay. My roof is still on the house. but it's probably going to get worse before it gets better tonight. It's to be stormy tonight and tomorrow, so let's hope I could get to work in one piece. Right, and I think that's about it, guys.
Yep. Well, I'm going to say good night then. Thanks for streaming, Hugh.
Yeah, thanks everybody for taking part. With the biggest audience of the tournament tonight, I think it was about 30 or 31, because I think we had about, I don't know, was it 22 or some, 23 in YouTube. So take care, guys, and we will see you again soon.
Yep.
A very good night to you.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Hasta la vista, baby.